we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family, una welcome back. This na emergency broadcast. As una they see, another na the studio self. This adena a different place where we decide for bringing this program just at least for keep we brothers and sisters updates about the crisis in Ukraine. It getting very serious, and also go see some of the videos where they make rounds on the social media. And with me at the program, I get some of my Sierra Leonean brothers we then again for canton their own experience, their own ordeals, and we ask for all prayers because this is getting out of hand. All right, so they come and we're not going to side. Feel free for share this video, okay? Because this is a concern we all as Sierra Leonean.
Talking point platform for news every day now we countries alone for education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We put enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit TV.
So family, and just like I said, this now a quick emergency program where they bring can to all Sierra Leoneans and we want to share this message because we get a lot of Sierra Leoneans more than 100 Sierra Leoneans within Ukraine, and as soon as they see the news, this is not a thing way funny at all. Bombing they go on at the country and it's just too scary, and most of we get experience back in we own country about the war where we say be experienced. So imagine back you can other country, you can't get and you can get another very emotional pain. Now with me at the studio, I get my colleagues there. I will introduce the first one, Mr. Mohammed. Mr. Mohammed, please can you introduce yourself to the people who they list you Unify White?
Yeah, Fambule Muna Ado, me name na Mohammed Gaima. Then Kiev, I study na Kiev Polytechnic Institute, and I tell na all I do.
Okay, and I get me your other brother with Mr. Abubakar. Can you introduce yourself to the people?
Yes, Ifambule, good evening. My name is Abubakar Kronte. I study in Kiev National Institute of Construction and Architecture.
All right, so Fambula, before we go first, let's play for a short clip where they take place now Ukraine. What did they happen now?
I have to say today the city is more on edge than ever before. We've seen firefights breaking out inside the city, and there are reports that the police and the military are just handing out weapons to civilians. And I have to say the city is now braced for what looks like the battle for Kyiv. Russian forces closing in on Kyiv, explosions rocking the capital city. Images like this one circulating on social media. Ukrainian military police in full combat gear joining the fight to defend the city. The emergency services called into action after shelling overnight. Ukrainian President Zelensky in another urgent address to his country, saying saboteurs have already entered the capital and that Russia's named him target number 1, his family target number 2. They're now in hiding. Just 60 miles north of Kyiv, after fierce fighting, Russian forces reportedly now in control of Chernobyl, the destroyed nuclear power plant. From our position in Kyiv, we could see fighter jets overhead, with the city triggering its emergency air raid alarm. Videos posted on social media from inside Ukraine show these attacks unfolding as the Ukrainians mount a stiff defense. But the Russian onslaught is widespread, with missile strikes in the west. Ukrainian air bases aflame in the east, and fighter jets dropping bombs in the south, and clashes in the southern city of Sumy. The fighting on the ground has been intense. The Ukrainian president saying 137 Ukrainians have died. President Zelensky has now ordered a general mobilization, calling up men of fighting age and reservists. Those living in Ukraine now forced to deal with the reality of war unfolding around them. As bombs strike nearby, people are forced underground, turning subways into makeshift bomb shelters.
President Biden has announced new sanctions on 4 more Russian banks and some Russian elites.
Putin's aggression against Ukraine will end up costing Russia dearly, economically and strategically.
But the president stopped short of sanctioning Putin himself. Still, some experts say sanctioning Putin himself may have limited consequences. President Biden says it could take weeks to know whether the new economic punishments have an impact. The former U.S. ambassador to NATO acknowledges Kyiv will likely fall before the Russian economy experiences any pressure.
Sanctions will take time, and they may make an impact on Russia's economy and on support for Putin over the long term, which is good. But that is the reason why we should have done this a few months ago.
The White House has been threatening to impose sanctions on Russia since the military buildup near Ukraine began.
No one expected the sanctions to prevent anything from happening. It has to show, this is going to take time, and we have to show resolve so he knows what's coming, and so the people of Russia know what he's brought on them.
All right, so Fambule, that was the situation, current situation right now in Salon. In Ukraine. We Sierra Leoneans we trap here. It's very scary, it's very difficult for we, and we just they look up to God for God in mercy and grace. Now, bring you guys quickly, Mr. Mohammed. Tell me, what do you think about this situation? Regarding your experience back then, Salon, and then you come back now Ukraine, you can get a similar bomb, then they fly all over, gone. What I make of this current situation?
Well, the honest fact is, this really surprising because despite warning maybe they come from American intelligence, the fact that the CC, Russia, Ukraine, they all are with people, they're supposed to be civilized enough that will actually nobody expects say what will they see so will really happen. It really unfortunate, and this is a real crisis. We don't reach to a crisis stage now because we witness a situation where they attack not just one city, they don't attack different cities there at the same time, and right now you will even find them difficult as so who side for really go right now and that kind of situation right now, and some development don't take place from yesterday to today. We, in fact, this now don't make some of we now don't become very much concerned. We don't see we apart from the regular army, like Ukraine, or apart from people that when they reserve soldiers them. Now they don't begin arm civilian them. They don't begin give them gun for make them able to resist. What did happen so right now? So the situation not easy. It's very much alarming at this stage.
All right, thank you very much. Let's bring you inside, Mr. Abu. Tell me, you get any belief say this thing for be happening? Because most of the time, even when we're inside, nobody was not, people are not be sure whether actually what happened. But it don't happen now. How this thing unfold so quickly? What now you take?
Actually, waiting I go say towards that is that for me, I not be ever believe say something like this go really happen, and I not go say like 100%, but I believe say like it be there at the back of every single one of us. It will be in our mind, but we were just praying and hoping that, like Mr. Gaima say, that they will be civilized enough not to do something like this. This was something that everybody was relying on, and this is why a lot of us are still here, because we be the pray say something like this not gonna happen. And presently it don't happen. It take we all out of I don't even know the word for use, because it just happened all of a sudden. Some of we be the sleep, some people then be the get ready for going to our workplace when the bombardments start for happen. People they just scramble, everybody no waiting for the even to this moment. Even to this moment, people they don't know waiting for do. And we just they try for like push through and make sure say we able for reach out to we brothers and sisters Sierra Leoneans that within this country and provide them with informations we go able for help we all we for help each other because that's the only way out right now.
Okay, thank you very much. So first, let me just go straight to the point. We just want call Sierra Leoneans who they live now Ukraine for no sayers. The best on the meeting will be get with the consulates, the honorary consulate, when Lord Miller, Ukrainian, a very, very, very nice, powerful lady now the country. You don't act on upon in promise where say go give you sanctuary yourself for day. Now they would so right now they talk. And also the embassy don't put a statement say all Sierra Leoneans where they cross over the border for going to Poland, then supposed to get 2 weeks visa where you go use at least for get yourself acquaintance with the place and then claim some asylum. So let me come quickly, Mr. Mr. Abubakar. What's next with all these developments? What's next for Sierra Leone?
Well, with all this development, first of all, I go out for say thanks to we consulate Ludmila and ambassador within Russia, because without them, all of this not gonna be possible. They don't go out of them way for make sure see them provide a safer place for we and a safer road for travel out of this country because the things that we with the area is that a lot of people and a lot of foreigners then they reach now the border and then they allow them for cross. Even we don't see Amnayasu for make you even enter the train for left Kiev. It is practically impossible because you have a lot of people trying to they try for left the country. So for make you get a place where you will say like a second home where you will feel secure, feel sense of security, and strategize waiting at your next move. It's a very good thing, and thanks to the Sierra Leone government for where they're able to talk to the Polish government. At least that 2 weeks, if we brothers and sisters that we feel able for get into Poland, we go over for like plan where to go for do next. This will really save a lot of lives of Sierra Leoneans then because for just going at the border and get stranded will have been very, very, very horrific for we all. So thank you once more to all of the people that will make them possible.
All right, thank you very much. So this now we intend for making very short for let at least now just know what they happen at the country. So far, so good. Nothing not happen for to know any Salomon yet. We all day safe. But the situation is getting much more serious by the day. We don't know what will happen next. And we try our best for we come together. We try for find a safe place. And again, to all Sierra Leoneans, anybody will cross the border, now Poland, you get opportunity for get 2 weeks visa and then go process your case. So you go make your last word, Mr. Abubakar, before we go out.
Okay, my last word is to every single Sierra Leoneans then where they still whether you're in a Kiev or any other city in general you're in a Ukraine, especially the ones that within that Kiev, will be they try for reach a lot of them through the WhatsApp platform today for make we see like would that and still there around so that we go for mobilize and try for know what is next because the news there will be the area today about what might happen tonight or within the next 12 hours not be encouraging but we get only a few people that we able to respond. So if people then still there with Kiev or close to Kiev and they see this broadcast or go see this video, they appeal to them and try for reach out to any other Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters the way they know. If they don't know how to reach out to Africa to any other to person where they part of the Sierra Leonean community in Ukraine, may they try to reach out to other Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters and see if them people that they go for connect them so that we go over for come together and find a way for get ourselves to safety because right now it's not about being divided, it's about coming together and saving each other as Sierra Leoneans.
All right, thank you very much. So, family, this is very short. We will keep on posted. We'll keep on informed. We'll put in our prayers because this is very serious for we all. Now, we live in Ukraine. Until then, una bye bye. My name is Mohamed Kagbo. We keep now posted, inshallah.